At dawn, the old bell of the desert kingdom rang. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. No one remembered the bell ever ringing 3 times, and the one chosen to answer it was the poorest boy in the village. His name was Cade. He owned no land, no gold, no powerful family name, only a small clay jar and the habit of waking before sunrise. When the royal guards arrived, dust rising behind their horses, they spoke only one sentence: "The king demands the one who wakes before the sun." Cade felt his stomach tighten, because in that kingdom, a king's summons could mean honor or death. They took him to the palace of stone and fire. Inside, the old king sat beneath 3 great banners. One bore a sun, one bore a coin, one bore a book. The king's voice was dry as desert wind. "Young boy, our kingdom is dying." He pointed to 3 empty chests. "One holds time, one holds wealth, one holds wisdom. You may choose only one to save our land." The court began to whisper, because everyone knew choosing wrong could doom them all. Cade stepped forward slowly. He looked at the chest of gold. He imagined full markets, strong armies, rich traders crossing the gates. His hand almost reached for it. But then he remembered his mother's last words. "Gold can fill a stomach, but it cannot guide a lost traveler." Cade stepped back. The nobles exchanged glances, because the richest men before him had all chosen gold. Now Cade turned to the chest marked with the book, Wisdom. If he chose knowledge, the kingdom could rebuild slowly. He imagined teachers, scrolls, maps, healers. But then he remembered the farmers in his village. They knew how to plant and still starved when the rains came late. Knowledge alone was not enough. The king leaned forward. "Boy, choose." The air felt heavy, like a coming storm. Cade turned to the final chest, the one marked with the sun. Time. It looked the simplest, the emptiest. Some nobles laughed softly. "Time?" one whispered. "You cannot spend time." But Cade opened it anyway. Inside, there was only an hourglass. He lifted it carefully and spoke in a quiet voice. "If we have time, we can learn. If we have time, we can earn. If we have time, we can change." The king's eyes sharpened, because no one had ever chosen time before. The old king rose slowly from his throne. "For 50 years, he said, I have tested men with these chests. Most choose gold, some choose wisdom. None understood the truth." He turned the hourglass over. The sand began to fall. "Time," he said, "is the only currency that can buy the other 2. The hall fell silent, because suddenly the lesson was clear. But the king was not finished. He gave Cade one command. "You have 1 year. Use this hourglass wisely and save this kingdom." Cade returned to his village, not with gold, not with books, only with time. And somehow, that frightened him more than any treasure. Cade began at sunrise. He helped the farmers rebuild their water channels. He spent evenings listening to elders. He walked miles to learn from traveling healers. Slowly, the village changed. Fields grew, water flowed, merchants returned. Not because of money, not because of knowledge alone, but because someone invested time until both followed. 1 year later, Cade stood before the king again. Markets were alive. Children laughed in the streets. The old king smiled for the first time in decades. "You have proven the truth," he said. He placed the hourglass into Cade's hands. "You are now keeper of the kingdom's first currency." The story of the poor boy spread across the land, and from that day forward, every child learned. You are given 3 currencies in life: your time, your money, your knowledge. But the wise learn early. If you spend your time well, the other 2 will follow.